enhancing transparency and openness, including accountability between Parliament and the media. That's the objective of government's new weekly cluster committee briefings, which kicked off in Parliament today. Latashia Naidoo fills us in.
Parliament's portfolio committees play an integral role in ensuring financial accountability of entities and departments and in the safeguarding of public resources. Now, a new weekly program launched by government will allow for greater transparency to the media of the parliamentary watchdog's undertakings in relation to enhancing and maintaining fiscal responsibility. On Monday, the committees providing oversight over the economic cluster briefed the media into the critical work they do, with the chairpersons of the standing committees on public accounts, finance, appropriations and the Auditor General, respectively, engaging in a first-of-its-kind open dialogue. This new program by government will, for the first time, allow citizens and journalists unprecedented access into the inner workings of Parliament's oversight committees, particularly around how they influence governance and promote public accountability. As committees play an important role in the process of building democracy and involving the public in the processes and activities of Parliament, their responsibility in oversight, particularly in relation to the spending of the public purse, remains critical. Today's briefing highlighted the scope of that mandate.
We have had to obviously go on a bit of an extended induction process, which we've had to do together with oversight, because the scope of the work of the Standing Committee on Public Accounts is really vast, I think similar to appropriations and so on, because while portfolio committees deal specifically with the departments and entities relating to that department, for these committees, such as ourselves, you're looking at over 300 entities that we have to look after during the course of any financial year.
Concerns around the country's debt burden and the poor financial health of state-owned entities were also discussed.
It's crucial to note, fellow South Africans, that for every R1 that is appropriated, 22 cents of it is spent on debt, 38 cents of it is spent on cost of employees, and more than anything, when you include and you aggregate the inclusion of social grants, it is not, or grants of some sort, it is not a picture you want to see when you are trying to allocate resources for the purpose of growth. In the debt component, the committee is deeply concerned about the fact that institutions like Eskom and many others hold the majority of that debt. And that debt limits our ability to be able to spend in other aspects of what we seek to achieve from a developmental point of view.
Parliament says that these weekly committee cluster media briefings will mark a significant step in its engagement with the media in the 7th administration. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I'm Latashia Naidoo, reporting from Parliament.